Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to work on the next block in our quilt. Our quilt along is called the Mercantile Sampler Sew Along. This is a quilt designed by loriholt. You can go and find the pattern and her instructions also on her website, beinmybonnetco.blogspot.com, if you'd like to follow along. So to make this quilt, I purchased a fat quarter bundle and a layer cake in the fabric line for the Mercantile Sampler by loriholt and Riley Blake. I also have a bolt of background fabric. I have the 12-inch circle that you'll need for tracing onto your interfacing. You can make something maybe out of cardboard or plastic. You can cut it into a 12-inch circle. That would work. And then you will also need some interfacing, and you need to print off the Sew Along block guide. And you can get that on Lori's website. This is our block layout guide. As you can see, the pieces are labeled with a letter, and that's going to correspond to our cutting instructions, so you will know what size fabric to cut for each of your pinwheels and for your sashings. Alright, so let's get started. This is our cutting instructions for all of our fabrics, and also on here is the manufacturer's number and name for each of the fabrics that Lori used to make this block. Okay, so I made the same block, but I used different fabrics because I'm using scraps. So for the background, I cut 8 squares like she did, and then for fabric B, C, D, and E, where she cut 2 3-inch squares of each of those fabrics, that's 8 3-inch blocks total. I cut 8 blocks of all different fabrics, okay? So my block is going to be more scrappy than Lori's is. Alright, so let's get started. So pictured here are all of the fabrics cut for our block. As you can see, I have 8 squares that are all different fabrics because I'm making my pinwheel scrappy, remember that. Lori has you cut 2 blocks of each fabric, 4 fabrics, okay? So the first step to making our block is to make our half square triangles. So here I have my 8 fabrics that I chose from my scraps, and I have 8 background squares. So we're going to put our background squares and our printed fabrics right sides together. We're going to draw a line from corner to corner on the back of our background square. We're going to sew 1/4 inch on each side of that square. The next step in our block is to piece our background. So we need 4 squares of different fabrics that are 8 inches each. I use layer cake squares that I cut down to 8 inches. Then we're going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to sew them together like a big giant 4-patch.
Like and subscribe to Grandma's channel. Like and subscribe to Grandma's channel.